So you're understanding how this mechanism of physical reality works. You're starting to realize that what you're perceiving with your five physical senses is just the surface. There's so much more beyond that. And what you're seeing is not actually accurate. It's just seeing what's out there based on your perception of reality. And that perception of reality can change. In fact, it's determined more or less by your set of beliefs. And so as you make your beliefs more empowering and less limiting, you begin to see new things. You get new information. You see clearly. You see the fear. You see the love. You see where everyone's going. You see where you're going. You understand that there's more going on here than you could ever imagine. And so you go with the flow of it because you can't really know what's happening. You don't really know what happened in the past. You don't really know what's happening now. And you can't know what's going to happen in the future. But what you can be assured of is everything is working out for you. Everything is working out perfectly for each and every one of you. In fact, your life is perfect. You can't see that yet, but when you return to the non-physical, you'll see that the life that you live, this life, this time around, was exactly what you needed to go to your next stage of self-discovery. So all of you who have come here, whether you're on this call now or listening at a later date, you've come because there is within you a vibration that has led you step by step by step to this information. So here you are now. And here you are with a new outlook, maybe a new perspective. Maybe you're seeing things more clearly. Maybe you're choosing to perceive that you are not limited in any way, shape, or form. There is no real lack. There is no such thing as loss. You are the creator of your reality. You don't really know that to be true, but you're playing around with these ideas. You're noticing when you see numbers lined up in the time, or you're noticing when you are thinking about a friend and the friend calls you. All these little synchronicities are happening now. Now, they've always been happening, but now you're more aware of them. You're understanding them. They make more sense to you. And so you're going along playing with these ideas, and you're taking some of them to be empowering beliefs and saying, why not? Why not believe in some of these ideas? Why not act as if I'm creating this just for a little while? Why not ease up on my resentments and my regrets? Why not let go of my worries and doubts about the future? Why not listen to my inspiration and take some action when I can? Not all the time, but some of the time. Why not let things go when I'm feeling upset? Why not realize that that's just a limiting belief? Why not realize that I actually could be, have, and do anything I want? And that what I truly want is more connection, more love, more acceptance, more allowing, more truth, more clarity. That's what I really want. And why not hold that in more regard than the old things that I thought I wanted? Why not perceive that this entire system is for my benefit and growth? Not to get what I think I lack, but to move on this journey of self-discovery. Why not? And if that journey of self-discovery is supposed to feel good and I'm supposed to expand through experiences and joy, why not see every experience as joyful, as perfect, as right? And then when an experience happens that I think is wrong or bad, why not look at that again and see if I can see how there is good in that, how that might be for my benefit. And if you could operate this way in physical reality, not all the time, but some of the time, don't you think that's more effective? Don't you think that you would have more fun? And don't you think that above all, this is a feeling reality? All you're ever doing is feeling something. When you look at something and you have an emotional response to it, that's a feeling. And that's all that's ever happening. You're only feeling something. And so if you can set up your entire life to feel better than worse, wouldn't that be of benefit to each and every one of you? And if you could stand in that alignment with the truth, because all you're doing is perceiving your reality in the exact same way your inner self is perceiving it, and then you can, in that truth, become a beacon or blaze a path for others to follow. When you're not getting upset while everyone's getting upset, well, people are paying attention to that. They're seeing you. They're seeing you for being something different. Why isn't she upset? Why isn't he upset? Why aren't they worried about this, that, and the other thing? Why aren't they reacting to all these conditions like normal people would react to? Well, maybe there's something about them. Maybe they've found something. Maybe they're thinking in a new way. Why are they so calm? And when you can be that authentic being of love that you are, when everyone else is in a bit of fear, and you can let them have their fear without needing to change them in any way, shape, or form, when you can know that everything is always working out for you and then see it, obviously, well, then you can listen to a lot more inspiration and act on a lot more inspired ideas and bring more love into your reality. And that's all you're doing here. You're either perceiving things in fear based on the limited perspective of the victim, or you're perceiving the reality of the system in love based on this idea that you are the creator of it all. Imagine that you're the creator of it all, that you're the source of all in your reality. Sure, you think that history happened before you got here, but that history is unique to you. No one else has the same history. No one else knows about history in the same way that you do and has a relationship to that history like you do. No one can know your future, and your future will be unique. Never before in the history of this planet or this universe or any universe has anyone been in the position to have the experience of life that you're having now. You are worthy of that experience. Not only that you are an expert at these experiences. You are an expert creator. You create perfectly. You do not create any flaws. There are no flaws. The only flaws that could be seen in your reality is from that of perspective of the victim who doesn't understand the truth of the reality yet. But when you discover the truth of your reality, whether that's in this lifetime or when you transition to the non-physical, you will realize how perfect it is. So why not realize that now? Why not play along? Why not imagine that the life that you've lived is perfect for you, not for anyone else, but for you. And if you can lean into that life and enjoy it fully and connect to it fully and add love to it fully, well, then you're going to feel good because this is the intention that you set prior to your birth. This is exactly what you wanted. This life that you're living now is exactly what you wanted. You did not want anyone other's life. And if you were to live in the life of someone you admire, you would notice right away how dark and uneasy and anxious their reality is compared to yours. Your reality is what it is. You have nothing to compare it to. But we promise you, if you're leaning into feeling good more and more of the time, if you're thinking about your alignment more of the time, you are having an experience of life that is more carefree and easy than anyone else you know, than anyone else you can imagine. And so we ask you to imagine that this is true and then act as if it's true and see what happens to you. Because just a little bit of being in alignment and perceiving your reality as perfect goes a long way. Because with that comes inspiration. And when you act on the inspiration, you get clarity. And when you get more clarity, it becomes obvious what we said all along is absolutely true. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Who'd like to start?